Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. How are you? Hey, I'm so excited to be with you this week. I've had kind of a grinder of a week so far. I've been extremely busy, been getting a lot done, but definitely wanted to make sure I caught up with my tribe today. And, this week, especially yesterday, I had kind of a cool thing happen, but my new book is totally ready. It's ahead of schedule and completely ready. I look forward to talking more about that. This isn't, I don't use these Wednesday messages to sell you guys anything or pump any information that's not pertinent or valuable. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and really talk about leadership because the world's pretty divisive right now. The world's pretty intense. We've got inflation, we've got, of course, the end of the pandemic, we've got supply chain issues, we've got a war going on with Russia invading Ukraine. There's a lot of divisiveness in the world, and true leadership is actually done from the heart. And for those that have read my book, you know that I talk a lot about filtering our thoughts through the perspective of our heart. So if we don't keep it all together and we don't stay calm for our children or our families or our friends, then who's going to represent calm for them? So if we're not consciously staying out in front, being proactive as leaders, we can't expect people to follow in our footsteps or to do as we say to do, because we'll lose our audience if we're not really tuned in to the world right now. And while news is important and news is a vital part of I guess the world and keeping up on things, news in moderation is the best way to go because it's so negative. And you've heard people say this sort of thing for a long time, but if we limit the negative that we're hearing, that we're absorbing, the less negative comes out. So the less negative comes in, the less negative goes out. And as elementary as that sounds, it's kind of a big thing right now because we can let the world tell us and dictate our fear, our day. If we, by the way, if you turn on the news to increase your happiness that day, you're failing epically. But stay up on the news just enough to understand what's going on. But don't get caught up in the divisiveness. Don't get caught up on things that have already happened, that are in the past. Try to be a better human being in here. We all start in here. Once we've got this filled up, then we work on what's the negativity like in our homes. And then we can't change something that we're not aware of. So increasing our awareness really, really helps. And the way that we do that is we limit the news. That's one of the things that we do to apply conscious awareness to our lives, is we limit the negative coming in, and not just in here, but as I mentioned earlier, if you're a parent, you're a leader. Whether you want to like it or not, you're a leader. You lead them or they lead you, right? But the point is that we first start with us. Then we start with our immediate circle of influence. And we can't give something away that we don't have. So it's really, really important that we work on us and that we gain altitude on certain situations so that we have a better perspective and we can see things better. It's really important that we leverage mentors and somebody that's not emotionally attached to the situation that can offer us a little better perspective and maybe a little more independent perspective. We start what's within here and we limit the negativity coming in, which limits the negativity coming out. So I hope that this week's message was useful for you. Again, I'll never sell you guys anything or peddle anything or anything like that. That's not what this is about. This is about a weekly Wednesday message that's positive and uplifting and inspirational for you guys. That's free of charge and that anybody can come to. I set all the settings at public. Anybody that wants to watch this stuff can watch it. So there'll be more information about my book coming soon. But for today, limit the negativity around you. Limit the negativity in here. Start with that. Everybody have a great week. If somebody hasn't told you today, you're beautiful. And I'm proud of you. Bye-bye.